What's up, guys? Welcome back, man. Jackpot DFS, dude. Gonna take a look. Sorry, guys. This week has been a mess. Not getting contact out and all those kind of things, but next week will be a lot better. Um, gonna give you guys my look for the slate tomorrow, Miller Maker picks, etc. We're gonna take a close look and see what we like. I'm gonna do a five, like a top five, and a couple value picks for each position this week. Sorry, guys, getting this out so late, but I wanted to make sure I got something out for you guys. Obviously, we're going to take a first look at our quarterbacks first and see what looks to be good for tomorrow. Obviously, jumps out the board. It's not going to be any high-priced craziness at quarterback this week. Going to have Lamar Jackson as the top QB of the week. Um, for a good reason. I think he sets up well for a bounce back game. Obviously, this Sunday, you're going to have Lamar Jackson going against one of the bottom 10 or so defense of the league, in Tennessee Titans. Sets up well for him to have a game that we expect a typical Lamar Jackson game to have. Should be able to rush the ball with ease, as well as pass. Not typical big time passer, but he has been known to throw for touchdowns as well. So we'll have to keep a look on that. Expect him to have a nice day tomorrow. Could easily have that 100-yard bonus tomorrow as well. Moving down, love Justin Herbert tomorrow. The guy's done nothing but been fantastic since he's been in the league, since he's been a starter. Last three games, 23, 26, and a 22. Expect him to have another nice day tomorrow against a lackluster Jets defense. Shouldn't be that hard for him, especially with his go-to guy, Allen, tomorrow, and we'll get to him here in a little bit. Next guy on my list has been Roethlisberger. Not typically high owned this week. However, I do think Ben Roethlisberger sets up to have a nice day, especially against this Jacksonville poor defense. Those guys did play very well a couple weekends ago, but I don't expect them to be able to handle this Steelers offense as well as their defense. Could be some short field situations as well. See if Jacksonville likes to turn the ball over or such against a really good Steelers defense this week. But Big Ben should be in great shape to have a nice day. And he will pass the ball. You don't really have to worry about him rushing the ball, which is always nice as well. Should set up for a 300-yard bonus as well this week. Kind of keeping our eye on Teddy. Teddy Bridgewater could start tomorrow. Keep an eye on that. If I do like him if he starts tomorrow, keep a close eye on that. If he does seem to start tomorrow, then I'll post that as well on Twitter and let you guys know that. Interesting situation with the Saints this week. They're going to start Taysom Hill over Jameis Winston, which was kind of a shocker for everybody. Just an FYI, guys, if you are a player on FanDuel, Tyson Hill is a tight end over there. He's obviously a lock this week at tight end. If you're not playing Tyson Hill at tight end over there on FanDuel, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Just lock it in, guys, and play it, and just move on. It's a free square, obviously, so don't waste your time thinking about tight end too much tomorrow. We're on FanDuel. Matt Ryan could be in good shape tomorrow. Not one of my favorite plays, however, because the New Orleans Saints could surprise some people with Taysom Hill. Could score some points, and their defense has come up and played a little bit better here of late. So I'm not going to say that Matt Ryan is as a sharp play tomorrow, but could be in line to pass for 300 yards and a couple touchdowns tomorrow. A couple other guys to like this week. Cam Newton against Houston should be upside with him tomorrow to be able to rush the ball like he likes to do. You know he's going to get the ball inside the 5. He's going to run the ball. He could very well run in for 3 touchdowns tomorrow, so 6,200. Not a bad price to pay for him. As well, I do like Kirk Cousins as well. A couple other guys to talk about that could be nice plays tomorrow. Joe Burrow going against Washington's defense. Washington is a decent defense. However, their offense just is lackluster, not very good. We could see Joe Burrow possibly have a nice day tomorrow. He's had a couple rough patches the last couple weeks due to weather and weather and also tough defensive matchups. A couple cheaper guys to pay for. As I mentioned earlier, Taysom Hill is going to be playing against that bad Atlanta defense tomorrow. I do like him for $100, $800 price. Has the upside to run the ball in the end zone a couple times as well. I haven't seen him throw that much, but that doesn't say he can't. Drew Brees has just been the passer. He could surprise a lot of people tomorrow, so I do like him in some lineups tomorrow as a pivot. He's going to be 15% owned. I do think that's a little high. I could see I'd probably be lower than the field on that myself, just because I mean, the guy could get out there and throw a couple picks and not be that good. They could stand up against the run, knowing he's just going to run. And I know they're a bad defense, but still, could be in line to get a couple interceptions just because he's not usually in position to throw the ball. So just to think about. Um, One guy to mention also that could be a very cheap play. I know a lot of people are not going to be on Andy Dalton. He's going to be 1% on, but you could take a stab at Andy Dalton. The Minnesota defense is not that great. Andy Dalton could come back and play very well tomorrow. That would not surprise me. So just something to think about. Andy Dalton at a cheap price of 5,300 tomorrow. All right, guys, that's it for quarterbacks. Let's move on to running backs. Obviously. Um, I'm a little bit worried about Alvin Kamara tomorrow with this situation with Taysom Hill at quarterback, especially if Taysom Hill is going to run the ball some. I may pick away from Alvin Kamara, so I'm a little bit unsafe for that price tag you're having to pay. I'm going to stay away from him probably in most of my lineups. However, with Dalvin Cook, I'm probably going to play a lot of Dalvin Cook. He's pretty much a lock for me this week. 52, 42, and a 15. Going against a bad Dallas defense, you really can't ask for much more than that. Great matchup for Dalvin Cook tomorrow. Could very well be one of those great big games that he has. A couple other guys I like this week. Um, do like Mike Davis this week against Detroit. Terrible defense against the run. Could be in great shape tomorrow. A couple other guys to like this week. Could be a Zeke day. 6,500 is a pretty cheap price to pay for a Zeke. Could be a nice game where Zeke actually gets a couple touchdowns tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see, but I like a sneaky play of Zeke tomorrow, and he's only going to be 2% owned. You got to remember Zeke is still a good running back, even though Dak Prescott went down. So Zeke could come back and have a nice day tomorrow. Another guy to like tomorrow, if he plays, is Damian Harris. He was limited on Friday, but he's been getting a lot of the rock and runs. This guy is only going to be 1% on if he plays tomorrow, so just keep that in mind. Also, Kenny Ballage would be a nice play tomorrow as well. And can he roll out Gino Bernard also is a nice play, and could go back to the well with McKenzie. So lots of guys in this range to kind of like. If Harris doesn't play, then obviously Burkhead may be a good play at 4,600. He catches the ball out of the backfield. He's had a 4, 16, and a 23 past 3 games. So something to like. And he's one of my value plays for the week. Another value guy to like this week is going to be Kerryon Johnson. As we see, Swift is not going to play this week. With him not playing this week, I love that $4,000 price tag. He's going to take that Swift role. He's going to be out there catching passes. Adrian Peterson's not really that back anymore. So against the Carolina defense, who's not very good against running backs, could see Johnson have a nice day tomorrow at $4,000 price tag. He's going to be 5% on. Not that big of a ownership. However, could be a nice play tomorrow. Moving on to wide receivers I like for tomorrow. First guy jumps off the list, obviously Keenan Allen. The guy's just gotten massive, obviously targets. 11, 11, and 7. Should be a nice day for him tomorrow to get more targets. Love him tomorrow. Also love Terry McLaurin going against a bad defense in Cincinnati. With Alex Smith throwing the ball, he's been throwing the ball pretty well. McLaurin's been getting plenty of love. Continuing 11, 8, and 9 targets. Couple other guys I like this week. Love the Pittsburgh Steelers receivers Chase Claypool, Even though Juju got a lot of targets the last game, I do like Chase Claypool and Johnson a little bit more for them. Also love Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson this week for a couple nice plays against a poor Dallas defense. Also, Robbie Anderson and Moore will also be good plays tomorrow. There's a lot of receivers to like this week. I'm just going to quickly run down a lot of the guys that I do like for the week. Obviously, some of these guys will be highly owned, some of them won't be. Um, but Amari Cooper, obviously, against that bad Minnesota defense. Looking at Brandon Cooks, could have a nice day against the Patriots defense. Also, like Jacoby Myers, he's moved up in price a little bit, but he's still only 4,900. He's gotten crazy targets over the past 3 weeks, 10, 14, and 7. A couple other guys to like. Curtis Samuel. You got to remember, they're using Samuel a lot in that backfield, especially against a bad Detroit defense. We remember that Mike Davis hurt his finger last week or his hand, so we don't know how much that is affecting him. So expect some Curtis Samuel in the backfield tomorrow. Could be a big day for him, especially against Detroit, as bad as they are. He's one of my top value plays of the week for Curtis Samuel. Could be a nice day for him tomorrow. Some other guys to like. Michael Gallup, man, he's a starter on that team. He's only 3,700 tomorrow. Also got to love Jakeem Grant. He's still going to get some play. A couple other guys to like. Michael Thomas, I don't know why, but he could be getting some targets. I'm just not sure I can trust that with Taysom Hill. I need to see some proven play with him. But a couple other guys I like. If you're going to go Joe Burrow away, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd could be nice targets to pair up with him. DJ Moore continues to be cheap, 5,600. And you're going to have another couple nice guys to play with. That will be sneaky value plays. You could have a Mims for, I know we're not great big on Joe Flacco, but Joe Flacco could very well throw the Mims. He's only 3,300. Could be a nice pivotal cheap way to save tomorrow as well. So just some cheap plays you guys can go to kind of save some salary. And let's not forget one more value play while I'm thinking about it that he's on the field a bunch and has caught some passes is let's see if I can find him here. Cedric Wilson for Dallas could also get some play tomorrow, and he's only 3,000. So just something to think about, guys, for tomorrow for the wide receiver positions. Let's move on to tight ends for tomorrow. Tight ends, man. Obviously, I think Mark Andrews, highest priced tight end this week, could obviously be in good shape to catch a couple touchdowns tomorrow. He's been a little off because they've had some rough weather games plus some tough opponents and defenses. But he could be in line tomorrow, catch a couple touchdown passes. Jackson likes to throw to him, so not out of the question. Hunter Henry's obviously in another good spot tomorrow. He's had great matchups. He just hasn't produced. He's not getting thrown the ball enough or whatever. I'm going to fade him most likely a little bit this week. We'll have some lineups with him, but I do like Hayden Hurst. He's had some nice days, and he still continues to be cheap. T.J. Hockenson as well, going against that Carolina defense. He's been a nice part of their offense up there in Detroit. Eric Ebron should have been in a great place tomorrow against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Terrible defense against tight ends. Also, Dallas Goedert hasn't produced, but he should come on frame. He should, here in a bit, be able to play and get some nice targets and be able to start being that Dallas Goedert that we know he is capable of being. Dalton Schultz, obviously, in a good spot. Logan Thomas in good spots tomorrow. Also, another guy to think about. Could be some bad weather there tomorrow, but Austin Hooper, if they're going to go check down the passes, obviously Austin Hooper is a good target for Baker Mayfield. If Irv Smith is back, I like him at a cheap $3,400 price as well this week for Minnesota against Dallas. And then one more guy to kind of mention down here at 3,200, Robert Tonyan, and possibly you know, guys like Jordan Atkins and things like that could be nice pivotal plays tomorrow to save you some salary if you really want to go cheap at tight end tomorrow. Don't do that on FanDuel. Go ahead and take minimum price Taysom Hill, and don't waste your time over there. But over here, you got a little bit more stuff to do, working out how you're going to play your lineups. As far as defenses tomorrow, Steelers obviously, but they're really high priced this week. Probably one of my top defenses, but you could also go with the Chargers. You know they're going against Joe Flacco. He sucks majority of the time. Could go that route. Could also go with the Vikings at a $3,300 price. I like that as well. Couple other guys you could go with. Don't mind coming all the way down and going with the Falcons against Taysom Hill if you want to take a chance on that. And then I will mention if Teddy Bridgewater doesn't play, we're not uncertain. We're not uncertain how P.J. Walker would play. So Lions defense taking a snap at them won't be such a bad idea. Um, but also wouldn't mind taking the Bengals also at 2,300. So there's some up and down ways you can kind of go tomorrow. Just kind of depends on what you're looking at doing, what you think the safer plays are. Personally, obviously, you're always going to get the better matchups here. Chargers and Steelers, most likely. I believe Locke is out, so the Dolphins could be a nice play at 3,400 if you want to save 1,200 and go down from the Steelers to the Dolphins. Think those are great plays, but that's pretty much it for me on defense this week. Guys, man, hope you've all had a great week, man. We got Thanksgiving week coming up, so it's going to be some big plays on paper. I will be out with I should be out with I'm going to try to get a Sunday night video out. If I'm not able to get that out, guys, I will post my plays that I like tomorrow for that Sunday night slate, but I will definitely have a Monday night slate video out. I will have some Thanksgiving video out for you guys and what we like, and I'll try to get main slate lookers out on Wednesday most likely, and also the Thanksgiving video, and then I will probably come out with a final look video as well on Saturday. Try to get that out morning time more than I would the afternoon time. Had some family stuff going on today, family Christmas photos with the family, so those are always fun times, man. As we're heading into the holiday season, we're gonna have NBA coming back soon. NBA free agency is happening right now. I'm a Panther fan and a Hornets fan, so I'm really happy today. We got LaMelo Ball in the draft, and we also got Gordon Hayward, although I do think we overpaid for him. Glad that we're getting some studs, and I'm hopeful and excited for our season. So I'm also excited for some NBA to come back as well to mix in. Guys, I hope you have a great weekend, man. I hope everybody wins some big money tomorrow. As always, guys, if you haven't liked and subscribed to the video, share the content, man. Let's get this channel growing. You can always hit me in comment sections on YouTube as well as on Twitter, man, to answer any questions that you may have. Guys, have a good night, guys, and I will see you again shortly. Goodbye.